take this, and I promise you, without me going into looping, without you even getting to this phase, just by you saying, listen, I appreciate that. I've been doing this a long time. Apart from the fact that you think it's too expensive, is there anything else holding you back? Just doing that once will close you more sales. I challenge you to do it. You're going to feel uncomfortable doing it initially, but I promise you it'll be worthwhile. Objection handling. Who wants to learn how to overcome objections? Who never wants to get an objection again? Yes. Okay, let's go back to the first point, because I can't promise the second one, but I can help you deal with objections. Audrey, if you get an objection, they are buying. It's a reframe, right? It's about looking at objections as good things, as positive things, as opposed to getting scared of them. So what I will say to you is at the bottom of page 14, it says there are 2 reasons why people will not buy from you. Number 1 is the reason that sounds good. And number 2 is the real reason. Let me hammer this home for you for a second. In sales or business, in life, right, it's a game, right? You're one player and the consumer is another one. Some see them as an opponent. You should not be seeing them as an opponent. They are on your team. You're an assistant buyer, right? But for all intents and purposes, before they see you or speak to you, they see you as a salesperson, right? Get your head around that for a start. They don't trust you. That's fine. So when we're playing this game, we automatically go into sales defense mode. And it looks a bit like this, right? You walk into a retail store and they go, good morning, how are you? Just looking. Right? Who's ever done that before? Who does that? All they said was, how are you? You rude thing. All they said was, how you doing? Good morning, how you doing? Just looking. Not, I'll shout if I want something. What? They didn't even ask if you wanted any help. Good, thanks, just looking around. Over the phone, not interested. But I've not even told you what it's about just yet. Right, and that's a defense mechanism. So the message I really want to hammer home to you right now is the first objection you get is very rarely real. It is a defense mechanism. It is something that I feel I have to do to play my part in this sales game as the consumer. So as we get to the business end of a conversation, what's an easy one for me to give you? I just need to think about it. Can you just pop it in an email and I'll get back to you? It's a bit too expensive. I just need to talk to my whoever. Really easy. COVID. Oh, what a great one that was to give everybody. The pandemic gave everybody a really easy out. Well, how come lots of businesses had record years? There's loads of people did exceptionally well. So very rarely is the first objection real. So what we need to do, like we just spoke about, is isolate and deal with the real objection. And this is how we do it. First thing we do, again, get used to that A. Again, it is appreciate. Any objection, guys, and we'll do a lot more role play on this in the mastermind. Appreciate, listen, Ryan, that's a little bit too expensive. That's way more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Listen, I appreciate that. Relate. Listen, I appreciate that. I've been doing this now. Increase value in M&C, myself and company. I've been doing this now for over 10 years. You're not the first person. You're certainly not the last person to say that to me. What you're essentially doing is absorbing their objection. Just taking the sting out of it, showing that you don't fear it. What happens a lot is people go, oh, well, it's a bit too expensive. And then people go, well, let me see if I can knock something off for you. Let me go and talk to the manager. Well, look, I mean, it's really good quality. And you start arguing back with them. I need to talk to my partner. Okay, I'll give you a call tomorrow. They're not going to talk to their partner. If you think people are going home, pausing, I'm a celebrity, insight into my life, right? And then going, excuse me, partner, I would like to talk about our printing use and the amount that we're paying just for half an hour because I've got somebody calling me back tomorrow. They ain't doing it. It's just a made-up excuse. Listen, I appreciate it. You're not the first person. You're certainly not the last person to say that to me. I is isolate. And the way we isolate it is by saying, apart from the fact that, and then you insert the objection. Apart from the fact that you want to talk to your partner, apart from the fact that right now it just seems a bit too expensive, apart from the fact that obviously we've got COVID and things are a bit uncertain, is there anything else holding you back from moving forward today? Is there anything else holding you back from moving forward today? Now, I understand some of you are going to have longer sales cycles. So please recognize that move forward might be just to go to the next stage or book another appointment, not always like a transaction, okay? So listen, I appreciate that you want to talk to your partner. I've been doing this a long time. You're not the first, you won't be the last. Apart from the fact that you want to go away and talk to your partner, is there anything else holding you back from moving forward? If they say, well, yeah, I mean, it is a bit too expensive as well, or I don't even know if we're going to use it, that means the first one wasn't real. Stop dealing with it. You've just sifted, you've just moved it out of the way. And then what we look to do is overcome it. And we overcome it using a beautiful tool called looping, where we look to build more value in myself, the company, and the product. Obviously, it's on the next page. I'm not going to have time to go into that, guys, but take this, and I promise you, without me going into looping, without you even getting to this phase, just by you saying, listen, I appreciate that. I've been doing this a long time. Apart from the fact that you think it's too expensive, is there anything else holding you back? Just doing that once will close you more sales. I challenge you to do it. You're going to feel uncomfortable doing it initially, but I promise you it'll be worthwhile.